You see, the only prophecy made directly by Jesus Christ about what was going to happen. And in that, he gave the example of Jonah. You see, it's funny in nature of man that when a man of God comes along to save mankind from perdition, mankind has a tendency to put obstacles in their way. They want that man of God to show them a sign, some miracle, some circus tricks. Do something, man, that which I can't do, then I think I'll give you credit that maybe you are a man of God. That is the sickness of man. Instead of listening to the man, what the man is telling you, whether it's good or bad, no. I want you to perform some tricks. Can you stand on your head? Can you stand on your head? Can you put your legs in the air? What? Can you stand on one hand? No, this is what mankind is looking from this man of God. So we find this sickness, it's common in the Holy Bible, in the New Testament, in the Gospel of St. Matthew. We read that when Jesus Christ claimed that he was the Messiah, the anointed one, translated Christ, the Jews were not satisfied with his bona fide. So they came to him. Matthew chapter 12, verse 38, 39, 40. They come to him and they say, Master, to me sarcastically. They were sarcastic. They didn't mean it. Master, in the Hebrew language, Rabbi, Maulana, Sheikh. This is what they said. We would have a sign of thee. We want you to show us a miracle to convince us that you are the genuine man of God. This was uncalled for. So Jesus reacts very strongly, very strongly. He said, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it. An evil and adulterous generation. In modern language, I don't use modern terminology for that. You can think as you like. An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, except the sign of the prophet Jonah. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, so shall the Son of Man, meaning himself, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the earth. The only sign, the only miracle I'm giving you about my bona fide is the sign of Jonah. The miracle of Jonah is my miracle. I'm asking the question, when they threw Jonah into the sea, was he dead or was he alive? Thank you. See, I know sometimes if you said he was not alive and make you to change, it would have been difficult. So I would have said, look, before you answered it, I would say, look, I want to make things easy for you to get the right answer. Because once you get the wrong answer, I have to move heaven and earth to make you to change the position. To convince you that you were wrong. So I would have made things easy for you to get the right answer by telling you that, look, Jonah volunteered. He volunteered. He says, throw me. And a man who volunteers, you don't have to strangle him before throwing. You don't have to break his arm or limb before throwing. No. The man volunteers, he says, throw me. Why you want to kill him? Why you want to break his jaw? Nothing. So then I would have asked you, was he dead or was he alive? And unanimous, 100% you would have shouted, alive! Because look, the man volunteered. One who volunteers, you don't have to maltreat him. Do you? He said, no. So he was alive. Right answer. Right answer. Any child could have answered that. The fish comes and gobbles him. Dead or alive? Alive! Let me hear again from you all. Alive. Yes. From the fish's belly, he prays to God for help. Do dead people pray? Do dead people plead with God? Do they? No. So what was he? Dead or alive? Alive. He's alive. On the third day, the fish vomits him on the seashore. Dead or alive? Alive. And it is the mightiest miracle in the whole Bible. This is the mightiest miracle of all. all in the Bible. This is a miracle 3 times over. You see, when you throw a man into a raging sea, he ought to drown. He had to die. If he died, it's not a miracle. A fish comes and gobbles a man. A fish is not a respecter of person. He says, you know, you are Jonah, you are a prophet of God. Gently. Not fish. No fish will ever do that. You know, how a fish gets a bait, you know, big bait, big. It's going to have a big bite. You'll kill the man. If he died by the fish, it's not a miracle. It's not a miracle. If he didn't die, it's a miracle. Heat and suffocation in the whale's belly. 3 days and 3 nights, he ought to die. He ought to die. If he died, it's not a miracle. But he's alive. 3rd day vomiters. He goes into the sea alive. He comes out alive. Nowhere does he say he died in between and he was resurrected. Nowhere that he died and was resurrected. He's alive, 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 alive. And what did Jesus say? He said, for as Jonah was, so shall the Son of Man be. The miracle of Jonah is that he is alive 3 times over. When we expect him to be dead. When we expect the man to be dead, he's alive, he's alive, he's alive. Jesus, he said, my miracle is the miracle of Jonah. Now, I'm asking the Christians, that Jonah was alive for 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly. Everybody's agreed. And I'm asking the Christian that Jesus, for the same period of time, was he dead or was he alive? According to your church. According to your church, according to the 1,500,000,000 Christians, according to you and me, Jonah was alive for 3 days and 3 nights, and Jesus for 3 days and 3 nights, was he dead or was he alive? Dead. He was dead for 3 days and 3 nights. I'm asking the Englishman, please, sir, tell me in your language, Jonah is alive, Jesus is dead. Is that like Jonah or unlike Jonah in your language? No, this is your language. Look, you people taught me English. The Britisher. He conquered my country, India. He ruled my country, India, for 150 years. And you people taught me English. So I'm asking the Englishman, in your language, is this like Jonah or unlike Jonah?
Unlike Jonah.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. No, thank you. No, thank you, my brother. It's unlike Jonah. So, if he's unlike Jonah, then either he was bluffing the people. No, it's Jesus. He is telling he will be like Jonah, and you are telling him that he was unlike Jonah. So either he was lying, bluffing, deceiving the people, or you have misunderstood. One of the two. Either he was lying, he was bluffing his way through, or you have misunderstood. Now, the clever Christian tells us that, you see, this miracle of Jonah, Jesus wasn't talking about dead or alive. He was talking about the time factor. Look, listen. Jesus says, for as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the earth. He uses the word 3, 4 times to emphasize is a time. This is the important thing, the miracle. I said, what is miraculous about a time factor? The miracle is when you expect a person to die and if he doesn't die, that's a miracle. Time, whether you're in prison for 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months and you come out alive, so what? That's not a miracle. The miracle is when you expect a man to be dead and he is alive. That's a miracle. But he said, no. Drowning man clutches at straws. And drowning women also do the same. Something to hold on to. Clutching straws. So he says, it's a time factor. I said, all right, let's examine that. Did he fulfill that? He said, yes. How? Again, bankrupt. I'm telling you, I'm talking from experience. Therefore, I'm talking, I said, come, let's have a dialogue. Your bishops and popes, His Holiness the Pope, I said, let's have a dialogue. It's a long story. It's another story, another lecture about dialogue between me and the Pope. It's another story. But I said, come, let's talk, man. Your bishops and your archbishops, come talk. Talk to me. Argue and debate with me. Let the people listen and let them make up their minds where truth lies. So it's the time factor. So I'm asking, when was He crucified? Good Friday. Good Friday. It's the Friday. What makes Good Friday good? He said, because Christ died for our sins. When? Friday. Right? Yes, Friday. That's what makes Good Friday good. I said, when was it? In the morning or the afternoon? So the clever man tells me it was in the afternoon. It was about 3 o'clock that He was put on the cross. And no man is expected to die within 3 hours on the cross. It was supposed to be a slow, excruciating death. That was the purpose. Not for killing a man. They wanted somebody to die slowly. The guy is lingering on and on. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Times history records, up to 6 days the guy would be alive on the cross. It was to be a slow, lingering death. That was the purpose of crucifixion. But they say He died. Okay. So before evening they brought it down. And the Bible tells us the Jews gave Him a Jewish burial bath. All right. Let's not go into details. So by the time they brought the body down, hurry. They were in a hurry to put Him up. Now in the Bible, and they were in a hurry to bring Him down because of the Sabbath. Because on Friday at sunset, it is the Sabbath. Yom Sabt. It's the night comes first, then the day. In Islam, night and day. Ramadan starts. See the moon? Night. Ramadan first night. You see the moon? Ramadan starts. You see the moon? Stop fasting. Same thing to the Jews. At sunset, the day changes. Not the Westerner, 12 midnight. Damn it all, you wait till midnight to see the day is changing. But that's your system. That's your system, 12 midnight. You say now it's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. in the morning. So, right. So they brought the body down. And they put the body into the grave. Into the sepulchre, not a grave. So, Friday night, He's supposed to be in the grave. Saturday morning, the Bible doesn't say when He came out. Saturday morning, He's still supposed to be in the grave. Watch my fingers. No tricks of the hand, sleight of the hand. The guy in the circus, is clowning and he's doing this and that and he's deceiving you with his movements of his fingers. No, watch here, watch mine. Friday night, He's supposed to be in the grave. Saturday day, He's still supposed to be in the grave. Saturday night, He's still supposed to be in the grave. Sunday morning, the first day of the week, when Mary Magdalene goes to the tomb is empty. This is exactly, I'm reading your Bible word for word, verse for verse. Friday night, He's supposed to be in the grave. Saturday day, He's supposed to be in the grave. Saturday night, He's still supposed to be in the grave. Sunday morning, the first day of the week. Sunday morning, not Monday. Sunday morning, the first day of the week, when Mary Magdalene goes to the tomb is empty. So I'm asking, how many days and how many nights? Come, look. It's very simple. Well, by God, no, if your eyes are not, you're not short-sighted, you can see. How many nights and how many days? Huh? 2 nights and a day. Look, Friday night, Saturday day, Saturday night, Sunday morning, He's not there. 2 nights and a day. What did He say? For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the earth. He said 3 and 3, 3 and 3. What we see is 2 and 1. I want to know from you Christians whether this 2 and 1 and 3 is the same.